borders, he rides through the storm. No clue where he's going, but his heart keeps him warm. He's building a house, not of wood, but of stone. A place deep inside where
Hill right there is a facility called Vegan West for having parties that were for singles, and it was like, this is the place where girls can come. Think, oh shit, there's all kinds of the police and stuff. Good morning. I am now trying out this brand new Insta 360. It's an older model, but it was dirt cheap during Black Friday. So this is just a small test to see how well it operates and if I can figure out these controls. On this trip I have some new gear that I'm testing out. Of course the Insta 360, that's one. And then I am going on a real test with these Rhino Walk bags. I have been out with them once before, but that didn't go that well. I'll tell you more about that when I start riding. And I have a new button that I'm testing for my phone. And then I have a new sleeping arrangement, and that is gonna be very fun to see that. So, and it's gonna be so fun testing it out. So the plan is now I'm just strapping the last things to my bike, and when I am putting on my jacket, my helmet, my gloves, and then we are ready to go. And then we'll see. I am not gonna drive that far today. I'm just gonna ride to a small campsite, approximately 100 kilometers away. Set up camp, and tomorrow I'm gonna ride another 100 kilometers back, and then I'm gonna sleep at a very nice campsite. Not the view or anything, just the features of this camp is amazing. So I hope that you will follow me on this trip, and then I'm gonna tell you about what else I'm going to do this winter. It's winter here. It's not that it's crazy cold in Denmark right now. It's just around 5 to 10 degrees, and that's not cold winter in my world. So let's see. So helmet is on. And just gonna test this. Okay. Does look great, doesn't it? But to be honest, other than I'm not sure if I start it now, if it is filming all the way around, but we'll see. We'll just make a small clap. Oh, start recording. Then I'll make a small clap. Now I can sync the cameras. So today's plan, as I said before, that is to go to a campsite and then I am going to sleep there and have some cozy fun tonight, because at around 4 o'clock today the rain will come, and I just need to check. Strapped up. Okay, so if I'm not there by 4, then I will get wet, and it's not that that's a big problem, but if I can avoid it, then that would be great. And then I just need to go home to my mom and pick up my lambskin, so I have something nice to sit on. And I also have a plan to, this winter I'm going to find some way to mount it to this bike, because I did have some bungee cord to mount it, but it doesn't work. The buttons fell off, so I'm working on something different. Yep. Doesn't look like rain though. Looks like it's pretty nice. Pretty nice weather. So we'll see. Anyway, I packed up these Rhino Walk side panniers, and I could actually fit all my gear in both of them. One of them has just been stuffed full. I just threw things in, didn't really pack it, and on this trip I didn't bring any clothes at all, because I'm going to be away for 2 days. I'm not going to change a lot of clothes in 2 days anyway. So, but that does mean that if I swap my sleeping bag when it gets warmer outside, I will. That one is almost a third of the size, but it's of course a lot colder than the one I have now, the one I'm bringing now. But that does mean that I will have a lot of extra space in my other bag. So in the summertime, I actually think that I'm not gonna jinx this, but I actually think that I can bring most of my gear in these 2 bags, these 2 side panniers. And in the winter time, if I'm going on a longer trip like the one to Sweden, if I just bring 20 to 30 liters on my back seat, that would be plenty. But it does mean that right now I have 70 liters of storage on the back, and that is enough for summer camping and almost enough for winter camping. So that's nice. Yeah. Anyway, we talked about new gear. I got this small Okay. I'm just gonna show you that one later, because it's obviously not connected right now. Anyways, it's a Bluetooth button, and now I wanted to show you something nice and it doesn't work. But it was just, I researched a bit and tried to find a button that was just easy to bring and cheap, and because I didn't want to pay 150 euros for something with 10 buttons on it. So I bought this, and I'm curious to see if I need to connect it every day, every time I turn off the phone or something like that. But we'll see if that's necessary. And if that's how it is, I only paid like 8 euros for this one, maybe 10. So there's quite a difference. And sometimes when you buy something cheap, it does come with some disadvantages. It's also rechargeable, so it doesn't run on power, connected power. So I also need to charge it once in a while. I also got a remote that I can use for my GoPro and Insta. I can connect it from Telesin, but it's not. But I actually didn't bring it along today, and there's a reason for that. I just think that with 2 cameras and now this remote and yeah, I just have a lot of things to charge up, and that was one of my biggest struggles, biggest problems in Sweden. That was actually to have all my gear charged all the time, all of this electronics. So I actually just I didn't bring that. I didn't bring it, but I did bring it along. So, but I didn't mount it to the steering wheel because, yeah, that's just, I think it's a lot of hassle. Yeah, I made a small route with Stegra, so I just found where I wanted to go and just clicked down there and told it to make an adventurous route. So it's gonna be 14% of unpaved road. That's not a lot, but from Danish standards, that's actually okay. It is hard to find gravel in Denmark, so that is yeah. But anyway, I will go to my mother's house, pick up the lambskin, and I will see you later. Okay, so that was Mom's house, and on my bike, as you might have seen on my other videos, I have a lambskin that I'm sitting on, and that just makes the riding in colder weather so much nicer. It just warms up your buttocks pretty well, and yeah, I'm driving without any electric heat, so I don't have heated grips. I don't have a heated seat. I don't have a heated jacket. I just have wool and a lot of layers. And I'm actually not that cold. I've tried in riding in very cold conditions, and when the wind started to pick up, I started to get cold. But right now, with all the moving around, with packing the bike up and just getting on and off the bike, I'm actually warm. I'm sweating a bit, so I am looking forward to just getting out there. But I have one more stop before we can just hammer it down with 60 kilometers an hour, and that is that I just need to refuel. I think I have plenty of fuel to reach my destination, but yeah, I just want to fuel up so I don't have to think of that. Then I can drive in these. We can make that. We can drive in these 2 days without refueling at all, or just cross the road here. But I need to make a full 180 to get to the fueling station. That's how it is. I get some discount. I have a card at this fueling station, so I need to take this one. And I forgot my earplugs, so also need to wear them. Helmet is on. I have refueled, and now you can see that I got this button to work. So this is actually not the first trip with these new Rhino walks. I did take one trip earlier, right after I got them. The plan was just like it is today, to just drive somewhere, put up my hammock and just relax. And but that didn't go as planned, because I drove through some woods and I just got stuck in the mud, and I flipped my bike over 4 times and broke my handguards, and yeah, it was just a really shitty day, standing in cold water trying to get out of that mess. So I am planning to buy some new tires for it. Not quite sure if I should buy the Vitus 07 or I should go for the 09. Right down, not below us actually, it's actually up in that hill right there, is a facility called Regan West, and Regan West right there is was a government facility that was made in the 60s to house the parliament and the royal family, or at least the queen, now the king. And it was made to it was actually made to be bomb-proof. That could drop a nuclear bomb on it and they would survive. They had this submarine mode where they could stay dived. They could clean their own water and their own air, and so they could just stay submerged for longer periods of time. But that was made under the Cold War to protect the leadership of the country while they planned an offensive or waited for the for Britain to come and save us or whatnot. And yeah, it's actually a pretty fascinating. It's a museum now, so you can actually go and see it. Okay, so this is just a fun little that tavern there, or inn, or whatever you want to call it. It's called the Girls Taverns, Pigernes Kro, and they're just well known, especially in the 90s and the starts of the 2000s, for having parties that were for singles, and it was like, this is the place where girls can come to find a new boyfriend or lover. And it was not for young people, it was for older people, it was for people in their older people. So people in their 40s and 50s and 60s, and they had dance music and stuff. I don't know if they still have parties down there, but I just read there were like buses driving from all over Jutland, and yeah, and they just came here to party and have some fun and took the bus home. So, made the last turn now, and got a bit of gravel again. It does says that on the sign there said that there's water up here, but I do think, oh shit, there's all kinds of the police and stuff. Okay, interesting. I think I'm just gonna park the bike down here and take a walk up there and ask if they're looking for something or they're just training or whatever. So, yep.
He wakes up every morning with a heavy kind of mind, a tangled mess of memories he's trying to leave behind. There's a quiet voice that whispers, boy, you'll never be enough. But he pulls on his boots and his leather gloves, 'cause he rides where the wild winds call his name on his Royal Enfield, chasing down the pain through the hills, through the trees. He starts to find that homemade a place, homes inside on the Himalayan trails. He feels alive out where his beard blows, bring the midnight sky. Just a man on a bike and a fragile mind, the home's inside. Never see the storm raging in his head. He wears a quiet smile, but he's hanging by a thread. Every mile on that back road, every sunset glow patches up the cracks in his weary soul. 'Cause he rides where the wild winds call his name on his Royal Enfield, chasing down the pain through the hills, through the trees. He starts to find that homemade a place, homes inside on the Himalayan trails. He feels alive out where his beard blows, bring the midnight sky. Just a man on a bike and a fragile mind, but home's inside. He don't need no doctor to tell him what he needs. It's the hum of the engine, the scent of the pines and leaves, the trans-Euro trail beneath his wheels. That's the only kind of healing that feels real. So he rides where the wild winds call his name on his Royal Enfield, chasing down the pain through the hills, through the trees. He starts to find that homemade a place, homes inside on the Himalayan trails. He feels alive out where his beard blows, bring the midnight sky. Just a man on a bike and a fragile mind, but home's inside. inside. Just a man, his bike, and a peaceful ride. Yeah, home's inside, on the open road with nothing to hide. Home's inside, just a man, his bike, and a peaceful ride.
So here we are. Now I just have to find a way to hang my hammock, but I think that's possible. I'm here like 3 hours later than I would like to, but hey, that's how it is. Let's set up camp. So here I am at the camp spot. The plan was to make some videos here about my setup and just make some different content, but the police was here as you saw earlier, so the sun will be down in an hour, maybe two, so I need to set up my shop and just get something to eat. And I bought a beer, so I'm gonna get something to drink. Not get hammered, but just a beer, and then I can show you this. The plan was to make a big reveal video. Maybe I'll make one and make a small review, but I got this, and it's extremely dark, so you can't see it. Maybe if I go outside. In there is a hammock Dramur 5.0 XL. That sounds fancy, doesn't it? So I got a new hammock. That was the big reveal. So I'm gonna try this tonight. I haven't slept in it before, so that is gonna be interesting.
Black beard and borders, he rides through the storm. No clue where he's going, but his heart keeps him warm. He's building a house, not of wood, but of stone. A place deep inside where he'll call it his home.